Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are working on my January journal. This is my first journal with me of 2024, and it will be for the days of the 1st to the 5th. I've been trying to do it like for the first 7 days, but it's kind of hard to film and then edit, and I don't have like the time. I don't have the right time at night to film, and it's so dark down here then at night since I'm in the basement. So I'm filming this in the morning, so we're not getting the 6th in here because literally the 6th just started. Anyway, that's my little explanation that was not needed, but hey, whatever. I still don't have anything on my cover. If you have any ideas, let me know. And somebody did mention what kind of closure they wanted me to make, and I'm going to make that closure today. So I need elastic and a button. So while we're sitting here, let's find a button. How about that nice black one? That one's a really cool button. I don't really want to dig very much farther. That one was right on top, so that's the one we're going to use. But if you have any ideas on what to decorate with, please let me know. So we're going to, I just want to make sure I have enough, and I don't, so we have to make sure we're carving off. I want it to be snug right in the beginning. That is good. Scissor? Jeez, you would think there weren't 3 scissors right in front of me. Okay. So, get out of there. The person who commented, and I'm sorry if it was, I don't remember who it was. It was a few days ago, more than a few days ago, probably, I don't remember. Saw this on Nick the Booksmith, and I saw the same video. And I had already was thinking of doing this as the closure, and then they commented, and I was like, all right, well, you said it, so I want to, though, knot this so it doesn't slip around too much here. There we go. Good enough. And then it just goes around and slips over the button. Yeah. If I can get it. There we go. That's it. Very simple. And I can temporarily slide it on and off. So let's get started. It's been a long month. First of all, yeah. So here, I actually slipped in a calendar piece, right? And then, because I'm a dum-dum, and I literally, sorry, I'm digging for a piece of paper. I literally never, we'll go with some blue here. I never start on the first page of my journal. So not thinking, okay? I glued the calendar onto this page. And then when I went to go journal on the 1st, I went, I need that page because this is actually the 1st. And I never, you guys have seen me, I never have, the first page of my journal is never anything except for like the date. And that, so I just slapped that calendar page on, and as you can see, the calendar page is gone. I could not save it. So I just want to cover up, and it doesn't matter to me what it looks like, but I just want to cover up all those rips from the calendar. So when I went to go journal, I went, what the heck? And then ended up just ripping the calendar off. I tried to, like I said, I tried to save it, but it did not happen. Yeah, so here I am. I'm drinking. My boyfriend and I had this. This is in my top 2. Some days it's number 1, some days it's number 2. All depends on how I feel that day. And this is my boyfriend's favorite tea, and my mom got me 6 boxes of it for Christmas. You can really, around here, you can only get it online, and it is delicious, and it's my favorite. Okay, so this is day 1. Yep. Then I just have some things to add. Give me a quiet, cozy spot with a view of gorgeous trees on a crisp fall day, fuzzy socks, a warm drink, a good book, and I will be in all my glory. True. So here we go. I finally got a replacement for my ATG gun. The one that I had before didn't come out right, and it kept getting messed up. I have a picture of my mouse pad here. I took it because I had put it downstairs before my boyfriend saw it. But if you saw, there was a video when, I don't remember what video it was in, that I talked about that mouse pad. And this is not on correctly. Come on. Whatever, I'll fix it later. So yeah, that's my new mouse pad. I read the villain edit. We had pork and sauerkraut because if you don't have pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day, you have bad luck all through the year. So I had pork and sauerkraut, and I've had the worst luck so far this year. So I'm starting to doubt that that's even true. Why, may you ask, have I had the worst luck? Let's see. The boyfriend got a cold, which, I mean, happens. You get colds, it's whatever. We started watching Tacoma FD, by the way, on Netflix, and Tacoma FD is so funny. It's great. If you don't watch it, you should. It's great. Anyway, so let's see. Here is my journaling. If you remember when I made this, this is day 1, this is day 2. Oh yeah, so this was the day we went full tilt on flea control for the dogs. It ended up that the day before I had found fleas on the big dog, even though my dad told me that the big dog had no fleas. She doesn't itch, she doesn't bite it herself. She's got white hair, he's never seen anything on her, so he just assumed that there was nothing. He never saw anything on the bedding, nothing. Which I get, I understand, she's white, you didn't see anything on her. But then I combed her and I found all kinds of stuff all over her. So I stripped the bed, gave Sammy, the little dog, a bath. Gave them a pill. We gave them one of those pills that kill fleas within 30 minutes. We gave each of them a pill. So I then stripped the bed, gave the little dog a bath. While I was giving the little dog a bath, the boyfriend vacuumed my bedroom. And then the rest of the house, except for my dad's room. Then after that, he gave the big dog a bath because she is petrified of baths, so you have to carry her into the bathtub, and I did it last time and I wasn't doing it again. He carried her in, gave her a bath, and then I stripped my dad's bedding, the dog's bed, and vacuumed and redid everything. And all of the stuff is still down here to wash. Why is all the stuff still down here to wash? Because our freaking dryer broke. So day 2. That was day 1, and it was a lot. It was a lot. We had so much stuff to do. And even though my boyfriend had a cold, I made him help. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this by myself. The next day we went to Dollar Tree and Michael's, and we did some Amazon returns to Staples. I do all my Amazon returns to Staples now because then you don't have to deal with Kohl's and it's free, unlike sometimes at UPS. He wasn't feeling great. I had to skip working out even though I had planned to start working out on the 1st because my ankle hurt so bad from the day before that I couldn't even get down the steps. I walked like 7,000 steps on the 1st, and I live in a ranch home. And when I say it's like 20 steps from my bedroom to the kitchen, it's not even a joke. So that's how many steps. I have one thing for the second. Yeah, that's how many steps that I walked, and that's how much I did on the day before that I was in so much pain. Okay, so here we go. The boyfriend had to call off work. He had a cold, and then here I had a stomach bug and I didn't know it. I just thought it was my usual stomach issues, but no, I had a stomach bug because I gave it to him. So he had to call for work because then he got the stomach bug. We did go to the grocery store because he wanted baked potatoes, and my local store didn't have a bag of russet potatoes. Can you believe that? Like, what the heck? And then the ones that we did find were very thin-skinned, and small. I took a break for the holidays, but I had of dieting and exercise because I did rest my good ankle started to hurt and I was resting that. And I said I needed a break because after 7 months of dieting and exercise, I just needed a break. Oh, and this is when I went to switch the laundry over for Matt and T. They were doing their work laundry and my boyfriend's clothes were still wet. So I was like, okay, that happens. It's damp out. Sometimes it happens. So I put the dryer on again and went to check, and it was ice cold in the dryer. So I hung everything up. I always hang up his work shirts because his work shirts shrink. So I hang up his work shirts so they don't shrink. So I have this thing to hang everything on. So I ended up hanging everything up. And my son, who had to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work, I had to literally go and hang them in my dad's room in front of the heater to dry, to make sure his clothes were dry. By afternoon, the boyfriend's clothes were dry, but I had to make sure that my son's clothes were dry. It was a day, and I don't want to do that again. So I do have a spare dryer in the garage from my old house that I brought with me because I wasn't keeping it. I wasn't letting my ex-husband have it. That sounds horrible, but I don't care. I wasn't. My parents paid for it. I think my dad bought it, so I was not leaving it behind for my ex. So I brought it with me, and if you saw, last year the washer died, and we were able to replace the washer for at least 2 months with the one before it broke because it was sitting for 8 years in the garage. So yeah, I read The Christmas Veto and Fling. That's what I did that day. But then, as you'll see, after the dryer dying, I kept my fingers crossed that their stuff would dry, and it did. My dad stayed up all night, like, turning my son's jeans to make sure they dried. Speaking of, I need him to get up so I could do his laundry to hang it up so it's dry for Monday, because we're getting our new dryer on Monday. I worked on my aunt. My aunt asked me to make her a journal. I worked on her journal all morning. So I'm trying to decorate, but also being more mindful of her needs for this year-long binder she wants. It's a fine line, and it really is. My dad decided just to buy a new dryer. He bought it on Best Buy. He bought it online. He didn't even go look at it. He's like, I don't give a crap. Ever since he's had COVID, he doesn't leave the house as much as he used to. Like he did when we were all on lockdown. He stopped leaving the house, but then last year he started leaving the house more and more. But then since he's gotten the C word, he stays home more often. And he says, I have so much laundry to do. I'm going to be so behind. And I do. I have so much laundry. I'm like, oh, that's right. When I went to bed on the 3rd, I woke up in the middle of the night in the morning and my head hurt so bad. I had to get a new ankle brace. I've had this ankle brace, this same one, for 4 years, and there's stabilizers right here, and it finally broke and popped out. So I had to get a new ankle brace. But I woke up in the middle of the night and my head hurt so bad that I thought I would end up having to go to the ER. And as you know, I've lived with a headache for 500 and some days. So you know that pain had to be excruciating for me to think that if I wake up in the morning and my head still hurts this bad, I have to go to the ER. Bookish problem number 178, resisting the urge to pull your book out of your bag and read at social gatherings. Yep. And then I was going to clean the house, but then I realized this book isn't going to read itself. Also true. I started watching Fool Me Once, the new Harlan Coben on Netflix, and I read the book, I believe, last year. Because I was like, oh, before this comes out, I need to read the book. And then I went to go look for the book on my shelf, and I had already read it. So, I don't know. There we go. I'm not too sure about it currently. I'm on, I think, episode 5. I read No One Can Know, the new Kate Alice Marshall. It's the book of the month version. The regular version doesn't come out until the 23rd, I believe. I listened to Meet Me in the Margins, gave it 2 stars, 2.5, 3. I don't remember. I made lunch. I made grilled cheese. And everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Always be kind. Truth. Okay, I'm just going to put this back in the pocket along with my journaling. And did I just lose? No. Okay. And then yesterday, just be yourself. Let people see the real, imperfect, flawed, quirky, weird, beautiful, and magical person that you are. Please do. I'm a weirdo, and I am proud of it. And I'm also a jerk sometimes, and I'm okay with it. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's just who I am. Last night I made myself a cup of coffee, and I made myself my favorite coffee, and I want to jot down a little note about that because I think I need to buy an entire box of it because it's that good. Which is funny because I don't even like blueberries very much, and it's a blueberry coffee. I read Finally Forever by Nadia Lee. I gave it 3 stars, I believe. It was pretty good. Not perfect. The main female character was really down on herself, and I feel like the author could have done a better job. Like, if you're going to be that down on yourself, I want to cry. Okay? Plain and simple. I want to cry. I started a new project. I'm knitting a book cover. So I am knitting a book cover. I'm winging it. Okay, and I made my fave flavor of K-Cup. And it was blueberry, vanilla, or the same exact, like it's a different brand, it's called blueberry shortcake. My dad got me a box of flavored coffee pods for Christmas, and it's like donut flavored, coffee around the world, cookie flavored, and something else, and it's the blueberry vanilla and blueberry shortcake. They basically taste the same. They're so good. Like, see, all I wanted to do was work on my aunt's journal, but without my boyfriend here, my dog barked the entire time, so I brought him down, and then all he wanted to do was sit on my lap. I was able to film one little video, and you'll see him sitting in my lap the entire time if you watch that video. My dad went to the doctor to get his bag removed, and he told them no. He didn't want them to remove the bag because last time they removed his bag, if you didn't know that he has a temporary pee bag, because he couldn't pee, like the beginning of December, he stopped being able to pee. This is the second time this has happened. Last time he had surgery for it, but he couldn't pee. So he went to the ER, and he was there for like 9-10 hours, and that's just too much for him. He's disabled. He can't be there that long. So when he got it removed last week, he was fine, and then 10 hours later he wasn't, and he went back to the doctor, and they told him, if there's a problem, come here, don't go to the ER. Well, they happen to still be open. They're closed on the weekends, obviously, doctor's office. So he went and got it put back in. So he was supposed to get it taken out yesterday, and he's like, no, I don't want to go back to the ER. Let's just keep it in for the weekend. Because you're closed, I don't want to have to go to the ER, and we're supposed to get a really bad snowstorm. Bad snowstorm, but they're calling for anywhere from 3 to 10 inches, depending on where the line crosses here in Pennsylvania. So we could get 3 inches in rain, or we could get 10 inches. Like, it's this weird thing. So he said no, he's not going to go to the ER in the snow, which I wouldn't. He'd have to call an ambulance. I wouldn't let him drive in the snow to the ER because he couldn't pee. So he's like, nope, we're keeping it in. And they're like, okay, we'll keep it in. So that was my week in a nutshell. It's like nothing. We did nothing. And why did we do nothing? Because the boyfriend was sick. I was sick. I didn't have a cold. He had a cold. I just had I just had a stomach bug. But there we go. So that was it. Short. Didn't do much. I mean, we literally, the only place we went to was the Dollar Tree and Michael's, and we didn't even get anything at Michael's. I don't know about you guys. Please let me know down below. Please let me know. Please, I really need to know. Have you been to Michael's lately? And is it as bad as mine? Mine doesn't have anything Tim Holtz anymore. Not a single thing. There is, I lie, the Distress ink and ink blenders. That is it. There is nothing else Tim Holtz at my local Michael's. There was not even a single of the cheaper paper pads. Well, they don't even have the cheaper paper pads anymore. They're just straight $20 now. Instead of the hot buy and everything they used to do, they're $20, and there was no sale going on, and they didn't even have any clearance paper. They had nothing. Their clearance sucked. They barely had any Valentine's Day out. They didn't have any Valentine's Day paper out yet. Like I said, they have no Tim Holtz. I don't know what's up with that. It's not like I'm buying Tim Holtz constantly, but I noticed that when I was walking through. And if you're like a Happy Planner fan, they have barely any Happy Planner stuff anymore. They barely have any of even their own planners, their own brand. They have nothing. But then if you go to my local Joann still has an entire aisle of Happy Planner. They have a half of an 8-foot. So they have like a 6, maybe it's a 6-foot section of Tim Holtz. Still, they still have so much more. Like, Michael's has the smallest section of We Are, the smallest section of Fiskars, the smallest, tiniest section of paper punches. I don't know what's going on. Even their paper section, they have tons of like solid sheets packages, but then their printed like scrapbook paper is very small. But you know what they did get in? They got in Crafter's Companion stuff. I've never seen Crafter's Companion at Michael's before, but now they have an entire end cap of Crafter's Companion. But let me know down below, is your local Michael's like that, or is it just mine because stuff doesn't sell at my Michael's and I'm not going 40 minutes away to go to another Michael's? It's not happening. So my boyfriend said to me, why don't you go to Michael's anymore? And I'm like, this is why. This is why I don't go to Michael's anymore. I mean, they even changed it to a newer location during lockdown, and it's a nicer location and it's bigger, and it sucks now. So I barely go. But let me know down below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.